Everyone, in this video, I want to explain about the strings with pointer. First, we should understand about what you mean by a string. String is a collection of characters. As like other languages, we don't have a strings or data type in a C language. The strings are created based on a character data type. The collection of characters are created a string in C language. How they like example, if you declare how they like means if there is a one if there is a one like we created some character a of 10 means this array can able to store the 10 number of characters. Now the 10 characters are will create a one string. So suppose if I have given some a of 10, but my number of characters are hello. So how many characters are there? There are only 5 characters are there, but the size we have given it 10 bytes. Now hello can able to store in that corresponding array. So they are actually individual characters. H1, H, E, L, N, all are individual characters. And the string after it is stored in the corresponding array, which can able to which end with a null character. So that I will mention. So here it is end with a null character. The next one is we can assign or initialize the values directly either by using double quotes and as like the format. Otherwise, we can able to allocate character wise to the corresponding array. Character wise also we can able to see, but in this case we have to also include the null character. So always all the things in the C language will end with a null character /0. Okay. The next, if the character is if you declare a variable like only the character, it is not any array, then 1 byte is required. As like a ASCII format, we need only 8 bits for every character. So nothing but it is a 1 byte. If you declare a collection of characters, mean that if that any variable is declared in the format of array, that mean which may require the multiple number of bytes. If it is a 2 bytes are required. If it is a 3 bytes are required. So now the multiple bytes are collectively frame a one string. Now here there is a one program that I will explain. Here I will explain. So now first I'm starting with one. So here I'm beginning one string with some 10 characters. Also, there only I'm initializing. If you no need to mention the size, automatically that can be expand according to the your number of characters. Now, my characters are banana are my characters, semicolon. Okay. Next, I am also declaring a one another character, but it is a pointer variable. And remember, a pointer variable type and the variable whichever we want to point over there also should be at a same type. Integer pointer cannot point to this character array. Okay, so that I have declared as like the same normal single dimension array. That for the number processing. How we are assigning the address to a particular pointer. How we are assigned p is equals to directly you can able to give a name of the array. That's it. Array name generally array name itself which carry the base address. So that generally you can able to give a pointer p is equals to str. That's it. No need to mention the address of. Inbuilt we have a address with the name of the array. Okay, so no need to mention this address of. We should not mention. Okay. Now what happened? There is a one string already created. The string characters are banana. So here I am drawing the banana memory. How many characters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, and the last character should be a null character. So I am writing here first character is a bar. Next A, A, N, A. Last character should be a /0 character. /0 character. So this is a character representation in this array. So usually, as like a normal array, we have an index. This is a 0 index, this is a 1 index, this is a 2 index, this is a 3 index, this is 4 index, this is 5 index, this is a 6 index. Okay. So like that already we have an index. Now array name is a str1. Now what happened after executing a statement? What will be happen? There is a pointer variable pointing to the corresponding base address. Obviously, how many bytes? It is every index is only 1 byte. If the starting address is a 2000, what is the next address will become a 2001 only. The next element address will become a 2002, because how many bytes we are occupying for every character? Only one byte. So that one byte, we have a one base address. Okay. Next one is the 2004, like that we have a address representation. So now what is the starting address? Starting address is becoming 2000. Okay. 2000 as stored. Now I want to print the number, print all the values. I want to print. Already I read directly or initialize the value. Now I want to print all the values. Now how to print? So we can just I want to use some while loop, while the pointer variable. But here I want to use a pointer variable. First you should understand whenever you print the percentile, see, I want to print a only single character. If you want to print a multiple character, we should use a string. We should use percentile C and pointer C. What the value will be printed? First character, because this is a base address has been stored in a pointer variable, only base address. So that to print the first character, what we should do, we have to simply give a pointer P. Then you will get a small p. Okay. Accordingly, I want to print next byte address. What we should do? Next byte address nothing but you have to increment the pointer. You have to increment the pointer value. Plus one, that's it. Pointer indirection operator, use the indirection operator and apply inside a plus one. What do you mean by this plus one? Which increment the pointer with pointer equal to the size of the corresponding data type. So means it is a base address. Base address place 1 into size of, I like the same number processing size of how much character type. Character, how many bytes are there per character? Only one character. So that the value will become a p plus 1 into size of 1 byte. So 1 byte. So it will become a p plus 1. Okay, p plus 1. What is a p value? 2000. So it will become a 2000, 2000 plus 1 equals to 2001. It will become a target address. Now, what is the character we have over there? The character is become a A, no, which you will print the A. Similarly, if you want to print the next character, first you should understand how we are accessing the character one by one. So next character, if there is a next character, we have to do the plus 2. Now it is become a 2 multiply with size of. So it is become a 2. So p plus 2. P plus 2 nothing but yes, it is incrementing of size of character 1 byte. So 2 into 1, 2. It is become a 2000. Value is become a 2002 characters. So like that we are printing the characters one by one. It's for to print one by one. Otherwise, I want to print all the characters at the same time. At the same time, how we can able to print? Generally, we know that print a percentile. Yes, it's nothing but a processing with the character by the character. Also, we can able to process character by the character with str, str of one, str of two. Index wise also we can able to call. Whenever str of two, you will get n as a output. Similarly, I want to print complete character at once. So how we can able to print percentile? We should use the percentile yes. Percentile yes, which is able to catch the address from the first address of a base address of a first character. So that will catch by the percentile yes, and will process the all the characters. That is a printing process by using the percentile yes. Now just you have to give a pointer variable because we should provide the address, not a array name can be base address, where you can able to have a base address whenever there is a P which provide the base address. If you give a pointer P, what will be happen? It's able to access only first character, which can able to access only first character. If you give a pointer P, if I give you a pointer normal P, you will get a complete percentile S is able to access the base address, and which process the all the addresses. It is same like a printf. It is same like a printf. Percentile yes. Just you mention the array name to print the string. What is array name? str. Now you will get a string. In these two cases, what could be happen? You will get directly total string. Banana will become a output in these two cases. Here we should not mention the pointer. If you mention the pointer, it means like a first character. Like a first character. So we should not mention. We should provide a base address. Base address either provide by the corresponding character name, or else you can able to give a pointer variable name. So that will print the banana. So this is another kind of analysis. Now, or let me expand the program with more analysis. I want to just remove. Also, after this, let me process with a different kind of approach. 。 Removing this. Okay. So actually, I want to give a print by using the while loop and accessing with so while loop. How to access a one character one by one. The pointer p should not equal to pointer p nothing but you will get a value. So pointer p nothing but first value you will get. Okay, first value that should not equal to the null character until is the null character. We should access the one character by the character. We also and we want to print. We want to print. We want to this is kind of an print. Percentile C, comma, pointer P, pointer P. Okay. So this is one of the iterative statement. At the same time, I also increment the pointer P plus plus, P plus plus, and I'm closing this. So this is a program to print characters one by one by using the pointer variable. What actually happening in this code? So there is a small difference we should observe. First one is the pointer is not. What do you mean by the pointer P? Pointer P will print the first character only. Pointer P normally P nothing but it is a 2000. It's a base address. What do you mean by the pointer P? Pointer P nothing but value at that base address. What is the value at that base address B? Okay. We should iterate the while loop until reach the null character. So until it is null character means nothing but if the first character is it equal to null character? No. Then whenever it is not equal, then condition is become true and we are going to be process these two lines. It is not equal to B and we are printing here. Meanwhile, we are incrementing the address. See the difference between why don't we given this one? Why should not give P is equals to P plus 1? What is the difference between the P? Sorry, we are normally not performing the P plus 1. We are performing like a P plus plus. We are performing like a P plus plus. It is equals to, which is equals to P is equals to P plus 1. Actually, what do you mean by the P plus plus? So what is the first initial address? What is the initial address? It is a 2000. 2000 increment to the next value, next index value. What is the next index value? 2001. 2001 will be overwrite whenever you use a P plus plus. Whenever you use a P plus plus, the corresponding address will be get overwrite. Overwrite. Now updated value of P is becoming 2001. Okay, 2001. So in the second iteration, what happened? In the second iteration, P value is becoming updated. P value obviously updated. Okay. Now what is the pointer P value? Whenever it is updated to 1, sorry, updated to 1. What is the pointer P value? Pointer P value will become 1. Again, P is incrementing. P incrementing. So P increment is not similar like a normal P plus 1. I will tell what do you mean by the normal P plus 1. Now, whenever P is incremented, now 2001 to next, it is pointing to the next value. So then whenever it is incremented, that P value is becoming 2002, which is get updated with the 2. So whenever it is 2, what is the pointer P value? N. Pointer value will become a N. Like that, values are getting printed. Okay, so which is override, nothing but in the pointer variable, the value will be get updated. So this is means a P plus plus. This is the mean of P plus plus. So now like that it is going to be iterate until we find the null character. Whenever it is a null character which exists. So like that you will get a banana character, all are going to be print. What do you mean by the P plus 1? So what do you mean by the P plus 1? P plus 1 means means the base address of the corresponding P will not be changed. Base address of the 2000 will not be changed, but we are shifting our controlling shifting to the 2001 means clearly observed. So this is a memory of P. This is a memory of P. So which has been told the 2000. Now you want to perform. Now you want to perform P plus 1. P plus 1 nothing but 2001. Our pointing operation shifted to the 2001. Our pointing operation shifted to the 2001 whenever you perform the P plus 1. But the memory will not get override with the 2001. Okay, now whenever you call P, again you can start with the 2000. But here it is not like that. After you increment multiple times, after increment the 2 times, and you try to print the P. Now P value is becoming 2002. Already it is got modified. if you want to start any process on a pointer, we start from the 2002 onwards. The last modified value is there in a P whenever you perform the P incrementing operation, P increment operation. But whenever you use this kind of expression, the base value will not be changed. But we are shifting from one location to another location by adding the address to value. What is the address? The base address to value. If it is a P place, what would be happening? Our pointer, our compiler pointer shifted to the 2002. Yeah, the pointer variable is not shifting. Pointer variable is not overwriting. Just pointer of compiler is shifting accordingly to the corresponding destination address, target address. Okay, so that is the difference between P plus to the P plus one. So like that we can able to process with pointer. So the same program we can able to execute on. We can able to execute the code. We get pointer example. So what is my string? Pointer example is my string. So the string pointing to the first base address. Okay, it is the initialization come assignment. So generally it is a declaring and initializing the value. Then followed by we are printing the string in a normal procedure. Then followed by we are printing with pointer variable by applying the iterative statements. Character by character we are printing. Okay. Next one. Yes, already I have discussed this example. So whenever it is also this point already I have explained in this video itself. If you want to print a percentile, yes, you should not give a pointer operator. Pointer operator, if you give that, can be able to access the first two character itself. Okay. The next one, allocating the value character by the character. Also, we can able to do allocating the character. Now, what actually we want to do? So this is a different kind of scenario. I will explain separately now only. What is a variable? str210. Okay. This is a different kind of example. It's a two-dimension. It is a two-dimension string. So in this concept, what actually we want to do? So now I'm declaring something like it, some character, uh, some character str. Something I'm declaring the str two and two dimension. Nothing but we have it 0, comma 1 for the first index, and for every string which has the 10 character, and there only I'm initializing some hello, comma hi. So these are the strings that we have initialized to corresponding string. Now here we have a pointer variable. Sorry, I'm declaring with the wrong data type. Data type should be an integer. Data type should be a character data type. Now the character next character pointer p. Now pointer p is equals to pointer p is equals to. First, you need to understand how many rows are there in this string. There are two rows according to the row analysis. There we have a two rows, and each row contains a 10 number of characters. So this is our string format. Okay, and also remember whenever you give a pointer, p is equals to pointer p is equals to I'm assigning str of first row, which points to the first row. Whenever you give in this way, I'm assigning only str. It can able to done for one dimension. Can able to done for the one dimension, but two dimension, we should mention for which dimension you want to pointing. There are two dimensions are there. One is a str0 of some second dimension. One more is a str1. The first dimension is referred with a str0 and str1. Second dimension will become a str1 like that. Okay, now so that we should mention for which dimension you want to access. I just want to present with the some table format. So this is a string of two rows. How many rows we have? Two rows. The first row and second row. What is the first row value? Zero row. Second row value is become a one row. I'm not talking about the number of columns. So then the first row value is a hello. What is the second row value? Hi. Okay. Now we want to apply a pointer for either it is a first row or second row. Yes, we can able to do by using for the second two-dimensional array. Okay. Now this whenever you mention in such a way, so this is going to be referred to the first row itself. Okay. Actually, what is the real format of the memory? What is the real format of memory? Real format of memory in this format. Okay. So this is the real memory in a linear structure. So what is the first value? So this is a something like a hello. The next one we have a hi. So this is the real memory. Okay. Something like a hi. So these are the character. Obviously, we know that there is a zero after end of every string. Okay. Slash zero. Okay. So these are the real format of memory in the computer. Now the pointer name. Now whenever you give this kind of format, now pointer variable pointing to the first each address, the base address of your first string, base address of your first string. Now this is a zero index. This is the one index for one dimension. Accordingly, we have a 0, 0, 1, 0, 2 like that. Okay. Now we want to assign. Either you select the zero, whenever you select the one, pointing to the second row, pointing to the second string. Whenever it is zero, it is pointing to the first string. So likewise. So now we are pointing to the one nothing but second one. Okay, the second string. So you can also try to print this. Okay. Now I want to declare you one more pointer, some character, pointer P1, pointer P1. Yes, you can able to declare pointer P1. Okay. So now the pointer P1 is equals to that P1 is equals to that P1 is equals to str of 1. Yes, we can able to do str of 1. Now pointer P1 is there is a one more variable that pointing to the second string. So this is a way of this is a different kind of approach. By mentioning in such a way, we can allocate a pointer to the row wise or string wise. We could say it's a string wise. There we don't have any row and column. We can say it's a string wise. We can allocate. Okay. Now P1. Now what I want to do, I want to change the values of P1 or change the characters of a corresponding P. Now we can able to give we can able to say that whenever you call p plus 0, first index you will get. Okay. So first index I want to change it to. So this is a scenario we want to follow. There is a hello. I want to change it to the some characters I want to change. So there I want to give a y. Okay. So but a value I want to change. So indirection operator we should use. Now, what is the character we have actually? The character is a h. H I want to replace with some other character. Whenever you call a p plus one, where you will reach p is pointed to only first string, not for the second string. Now there already there is hello characters are there. I want to change them into the different characters. So again, okay. So e itself, I'm overwriting with e. Otherwise, I'm writing like a. Okay. The next followed by I want to change the characters for the next one. P plus 2, nothing but next index. Total how many? Up to 10, we have a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 are there. Up to 4 index. Now 0, 1, 2 are completed. There I want to change like a one more A. Okay, one more A. So I don't want to apply other changes in the remaining characters. I change only the first three characters. Now first three characters are overwrite with what are the characters are overwrited? Overwrite with this one is a Y, this one is a, this one is a. Now what are the what is the modified characters are will become? The modified characters are will become a yellow. It is become a yellow. So like that we can able to print. Now printf, now printf, also printf. I want to print a normal string, normal like a string. Okay, percentile yes, percentile, percentile yes, comma. You just mention the pointer name. That's it. Otherwise, we can just mention the str0. Otherwise, you can able to give a str of a 0 or else if you mention the pointer. Just mention the pointer variable name. Okay. So this is the one another kind of analysis. Just to mention the corresponding row, or else you can mention the pointer variable, anything. Okay. If you mention the one, the first row will be print. If you mention the zero row will be print. Otherwise, first string will be print or second string will be print like that. Okay. Now coming to the next concept, next followed by we have one another kind of analysis. I think this thing pointed to the each string. Okay. So this is a one another. Here only I will explain. There are three strings are there, and each string length is a 20 character length. Here randomly we have given a variable length. Okay. Now it is a two dimension. How many strings are there? There are three strings are there: apple, banana, cherry. Okay. Now I want to access one by one because here we have a three strings. First one is the apple row. This is the next banana row. And next one is cherry row. So this is apple row. This is banana row. This is cherry row. Now the row number is a 0. This row number is a 0. This row number is a 1. And this row number is a 2. Like that. Okay. I just want to access every string by using the row numbers. As like a previous example of how I am explaining, there we practice with only single row. We practice with only single row. Where we practice with only single row. Okay. Here we have only single row. Yes, here I have added some modification at this corresponding location. This is for the first string. So that we applied by using this kind of changes. Okay. Now similarly here we want to process the all three strings. How we can able to possible? So I is equals to 0, first row, up to 0 to 1, 2, 3 rows will be verified. For every time we are accessing a one pointer. Now there is a pointer variable. When I is equals to 0, it is pointing to the first string. When I is equals to 0, when I is equals to 0, I value 0. What is the string? What is the string will be accessed? Apple will be accessed when I is equals to 0. Okay, apple will be assigned to the pointer. Now assigned to the pointer. Pointer store the address of the first base address of apple. Then it is print. After followed by there is a one loop. Okay, there is a one loop. And again here we have a one more loop to print that characters. Print that characters. Now it is print the APPLE. In this iteration, it is print the APPLE because the pointer initially pointing to the first string. Okay, first string that when I is equals to 0. Now inside this loop I already explained. So this loop will print the all characters of the first string. Then next control will move to the outer loop. Now I will become increment when I is equals to 2. When I is equals to 2. When I is equals to 2. Then I is equals to 1. Sorry. I is equals to will become 1. I will become 1. When I is equals to become 1, same pointer variable pointing to the a banana string. Okay. When I is equals to banana string and which again banana string, now pointer address has been changed. Pointer address also has been changed. Now it is pointing at initially A, now it is B, nothing but banana. So address also will be upgraded. Address also updated, and now it is going to be print the banana character. Okay, banana characters. Whenever P is I is equals to 2. Again, iteration will come to the outer for loop. Okay, now outer for loop. When I is become 2, when I is equals to 2, when I is equals to 2, when I is equals to 2, now P pointer pointing to the third string. Okay, third string base address will be stored in a pointer variable. Okay, because str2, it is become a str2. So str2 nothing but third string. Third string base address pointing to the stored at the pointer. If this kind of analysis, this kind of discussion we have not done in a normal number integer array. There we don't much use of this kind of separation. But here we can able to do because strings are separate. Strings are separate. Row wise we are writing the different kind of strings. So that we are doing this. Now what happened whenever p is equals to I is equals to 3, pointer pointing to the print the 3 value. So like that we can able to point separate rows and we can able to process the string separately. Even the array contain the multiple number of strings, we can able to process the string separately. So by this kind of assignment of address, this statement is very important. Okay. Uh, I think that also can able to understand by using this address analysis. Whenever you are incrementing pointer, um, so this analysis which need one another program that I will explain. Okay. So next class I will explain about this relay event program along with the new concepts.